Darkness, not empty. Listening. A single note hangs in the silence. Low, ancient, almost beyond hearing. The golden path slowly emerges. It descends through an immense stone archway. The bodybuilder follows Liora. Neither speaks. Their footsteps echo, then disappear, almost as though the corridor chooses not to remember them. Every civilization leaves behind monuments. The mind left behind something stranger. The passage narrows. Towering walls rise beyond sight. They appear carved from black stone until tiny veins of cyan light awaken beneath the surface. Not everywhere, only where Liora walks. The architecture recognizes her. Tiny particles drift lazily through the air. Some resemble dust, others look suspiciously like stars. None ever touch the floor. Gravity feels optional. The bodybuilder reaches toward one floating particle. Before his fingers arrive, it drifts away. Not randomly, deliberately, almost curious. He looks upward. The ceiling disappears into darkness. There is no end, only layer after layer of impossible arches stretching into infinity. How old is this place? Liora doesn't answer immediately. She watches the walls, as though listening. Finally.
Older than language, older than memory, yet it's born anew every time a child opens their eyes.
Silence. The words settle, not as information, as mystery. The corridor widens. The floor becomes reflective, dark glass, perfectly still. Each step sends ripples of pale gold racing outward beneath the surface. The reflections below aren't always synchronized. Sometimes they hesitate. Sometimes they move first. The bodybuilder notices. He says nothing. The labyrinth is not a building. It is not a machine. It is not a map. It is a living process, changing, adapting, rewiring itself every moment you remain alive. Far overhead, the walls begin to move, not dramatically, barely enough to notice. Massive folds slowly shift, entire corridors realign, archways open, others quietly disappear. The labyrinth is reorganizing itself. It's changing. Liora nods.
It always is.
She places her palm against one enormous fold. Nothing happens. For a moment. Then, a pulse. Deep inside the wall, another. Then hundreds. Blue light races outward through branching pathways, across distant towers, beneath enormous bridges, into structures beyond sight. The entire world responds. One touch, everything changes.
Nothing here exists alone.
From a perspective so impossibly high, the pulse continues expanding, across valleys, across mountains, across endless corridors, like a heartbeat spreading through an entire continent. Your brain contains nearly 90 billion neurons, each one alive, each one connected. Together they form one of the most complex networks known to exist, yet no single neuron knows who you are. Identity emerges only when they work together. The pulse finally disappears beyond the horizon. Silence returns. The bodybuilder studies the wall more carefully now. They're no longer architecture, they're tissue, folded, layered, alive. Tiny electrical storms dance beneath translucent surfaces. Entire constellations ignite, then vanish, every second. It's beautiful. Liora smiles, softly.
Most people never see it.
Ahead, the corridor narrows again. The light grows dimmer, not darker, quieter. Even the blue glow seems to whisper. Then, movement. Not ahead, beside them. The wall itself ripples. Images begin forming beneath the translucent surface. A child learning to walk, someone reading beneath a tree, a first kiss, a championship lift, a hospital room, rain against a window, a parent smiling, failure, victory, grief, joy, thousands of moments, all flowing together, then gone. The bodybuilder stands motionless. Whose memories were those? Liora looks toward the fading light.
Not yours, not mine. Only possibilities. The labyrinth is showing you what it was built to hold.
The silence grows heavier, reverent. The bodybuilder begins to understand. This place is not merely intelligent, it is compassionate, patient, ancient. Suddenly, the distant hum changes. A deeper resonance echoes through the world. The walls pulse, not with cyan, with gold. The floor trembles almost imperceptibly. Every floating particle turns towards one direction, as though responding to a call. Liora closes her eyes. She recognizes it instantly.
We've arrived.
Arrived where? She opens her eyes, the faintest smile.
Where thought becomes choice.
The enormous doors ahead begin to separate, not outward, upward. Stone folds like living muscle. Light spills through the widening opening. Warm, golden, unlike anything seen before. Beyond, something waits. Not a place, a presence. Every journey through the labyrinth begins with wonder, but sooner or later, every traveler reaches the same question. If this place is alive, who is listening? The doors continue opening. The golden light floods the corridor. Liora steps forward without hesitation. The bodybuilder follows. The labyrinth breathes.